Well, the central government sources have claimed that the Jammu and Kashmir IAS officer Shah Faesal is a repeat offender. Sources claim that one tweet is not the only provocation. Many of his tweets have insinuated, which eventually criticised government of India and its policies. An inquiry was initiated by the Jammu and Kashmir IAS officer against, in fact, Jammu and Kashmir IAS officer Shah Faesal for alleged violation of the IAS service rules over his controversial rape culture tweet. Kamaljeet Sandhu, my colleague, now joins me for more on this story. Kamal, the sources now telling you that it is not just one tweet that has triggered this inquiry, but he is a series offender. What other instances have this inquiry and the sources are mentioning about?
Ankit, first of all, there seems to be a violation of the All India Service Conduct Rules 1968. We'll just try and show you the document itself. It very clearly says, as per the rules, that no member of the service shall in any radio broadcast or communication over any public media or in any document published anonymously, pseudonymously or in the name of the person or any other person make public utterances, especially about adverse criticism of any current or recent policy. And that's where Shah Faesal has quoted and said that rape cannot be a policy. Now, we know the sort of tweet that was being discussed, the one we had criticized about the rape culture, where he had actually gone ahead. But there are other series of tweets that he's really put out. Let me just read out some of them for you, where obviously he's talked about IS being the chamcha policy force. This is what he's saying. The others where he's saying, before you judge Kashmiris, take a step back and ask yourself, what if you had to go through what Kashmiris went through in the last 30 years? What if any other community would have suffered so much? So these are some of them which have been red flagged now by the government itself, saying he's been under the scanner. Now, we've been talking to some of the other IS officers within the state, and they say that he's been equally vocal, not just now, but right from the beginning. He'd been vocal against the pellet guns as such. Many would not see these very tweets as something which is harmful, but obviously the IS officers who've clearly not backed him, it's a DOPT which has asked for a departmental inquiry, is something that they've been looking at. So obviously I'm now going through some of the tweets. One is also about, which speaks about Hurriyat, who had gone and met those people who came under the CRPF vehicle. Says those who are celebrating the harmless outburst of this young man must remember that the day is not far when you will have no one to talk to in Kashmir. With the leaders down and out, who will continue these conversations? The school kids, the mobs, proxies, or does that anarchy suit? So very clearly he's saying he's towing a line which is particularly dangerous, talking and hinting about the lack of political will. Many would say that perhaps it's not something which is really incorrect what has been said by Shah Faesal, but clearly what DOPT is telling us that this is clearly a violation of the IS Service Conduct Rules 1968, and these are the documents that we've been able to procure, saying there's clearly a criticism of the government policy. Shah Faesal obviously coming out in his own defense. Remember, he's in United States, he's on a fellowship. But this is one senior IS officer, a topper of 2010, taking on the government not really backing out. But remember, at this point of time, no senior officer or even the minister coming on record against the IS officers. But we've seen Umar Abdullah, the former chief minister and NCV head, clearly backing Shah Faesal.
Right, Kamal, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. We'll come back to you for more on this story as this inquiry, which has been initiated against Shah Faesal for alleged violation of the IS service rules. Now, this, in fact, entire controversy against IS officer from Jammu and Kashmir, Shah Faesal, for alleged violation of the IS service rules over his controversial rape culture tweet. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Umar Abdullah has lashed out at the centre, saying a sarcastic tweet is not same as being corrupt. Shah Faesal, who was associated with Jammu and Kashmir Power Development Council, landed into controversy after his sarcastic tweet on Rapistan irked the centre.
अगर कि शाह फैसल ने गलत किया तो क्या जिस मिनिस्टर ने जो लोग कत्ल के इल्ज़ाम में आज मुलव्वस हैं उनको जब फूलों का हार पहनाया तो क्या वो गलत नहीं था? और शाह फैसल ने रेप के खिलाफ अपनी आवाज़ उठाई और उसके खिलाफ ना सिर्फ आपने इंक्वायरी की, लेकिन इंक्वायरी के ऑर्डर में आपने ये कहा कि हिज इंटेग्रिटी एंड ऑनेस्टी इज क्वेश्चन। जनाब, जिस आदमी के खिलाफ आज तक, अब इतने साल उसको हो गए जम्मू कश्मीर में काम करते हुए, मुझे तो नहीं मतलब लगा कि अभी तक उसके इंटेग्रिटी और ऑनेस्टी के खिलाफ किसी ने उंगली उठाई। आप उसके ट्वीट पे अगर आपको एतराज़ है, आप एतराज़ जताइए, लेकिन उसकी ऑनेस्टी और इंटेग्रिटी पे सवाल उठाना, ये मुझे लगता है आपने उसके साथ एक बहुत बड़ी नाइंसाफ़ी की।
Shuja Thakur, my colleague, now joins me for more on this story. Shuja, now there are two views coming out on this. The government puts the rule book out. As far as others, those who are supporting Shah Faesal, say that it is just his personal opinion, nothing against the centre. Now, politics also being mixed into this issue.
Well, yes, Ankit, in fact, since yesterday, when Shah Faesal put that order out in the public domain and attached those documents which have been sent to him, as part of the inquiry, it has become a huge controversy. There are political parties and leaders who have also, come out and supported him. Many are, questioning his conduct as well. But, what Umar Abdullah was trying to, point out is the fact that in this inquiry, which suggests that he had made a tweet, and that tweet was also attached with those documents which has been shared, which is clearly on a comment, criticism, a sarcastic criticism rather, on the rape culture. Where does the issue of honesty and integrity come from? If he's been investigated for that particular tweet, then it really doesn't fall in place that why should the order also mention that his integrity and honesty was being questioned. That's the question that Umar Abdullah is pointing at here, which is a very valid question which perhaps the DOPT also needs to answer. The other part, Ankit, is that Shah Faesal is making it into a debate on whether civil servants and government employees should have the right of expression. He says that, in one of his comments, he says that we are not mere pen pushers here, that our opinion, should not come out just because it could be seen as against the policy of the government. So it's a very huge debate which this particular incident has triggered. We'll only have to see how it goes forward. There'll be a lot of reactions which already are pouring in from both sides. A very interesting debate though.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.